Hi everyone, Matt Metzger here with ABI Attachments. Welcome back to another episode of the ABI Dirt. On the past couple of episodes, we were hanging out at the butt end of a tractor, talking about tractor buying tips, as well as power sources for attachments from power that comes from the tractor, and talking about connection types on attachments. So if you missed those episodes, take a look at our channel, subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. Some great information there on how tractors and attachments work really well together. Today, however, we're going to take a pivot away from tractors and talk about America's favorite tow-behind arena drag, and you don't actually need a tractor to pull it at all. We're going to be talking about today in the next couple episodes, the Arena Rascal Pro. The Arena Rascal Pro has been around for 20 years, actually. 20 years. I just realized that. So we're going to talk about the Arena Rascal Pro, where it came from, why we invented it 20 years ago, and how it might just change your life. We're also going to get into details about options for it and some specific ground engaged components in future episodes, but let's crack into the overview today. So here's the family history. About 20 years ago, 2002, a number of you started to reach out to us as we'd call up and we'd talk arena drags, and you were calling in asking about the TR3, about the TR3 with the Profiler, the Drag Master, the Speed Master. You're excited about the tools, you were seeing them at the shows across the country, but you were saying, what about those of us who don't have a tractor? What about those of us that the tractor is busy on the property doing other things, either on the ranch or in other places, and you've got a side-by-side, you've got a four-wheeler, but you only have the one tractor and it's occupied. What do we do? So we put our heads together here at ABI Attachments, and we did what we do, which is look for something that actually creates value and is actually good for you and solves problems. And so we invented, complete with patents, 20 years ago, the first ever tow-behind arena drag built specifically with the health of a horse in mind, built specifically with the base of an arena in mind, and built specifically to be pulled behind an ATV or UTV. And that ushered in the Arena Rascal Pro onto the scene. So this is the first time ever that there was somebody had taken the time to invest and engineer a heavy duty, and we'll get to the specs in a bit, a heavy duty, high quality product that was specifically for arenas, that had components like profile blades that cleaned up a base, that had components to decompact, that had components to finish off clods, but could still be multi-purpose. And so this was our attempt, as you take a look at the Arena Rascal Pro and as you talk to our factory reps here in site, this was our attempt to say, how can we give someone with a side-by-side, a four-wheeler, the power they need, the engineering they need to take great care of the arena, to keep their horse safe, to be safe while riding, but not require a tractor on property. Now, our first couple of attempts with the Arena Rascal Pro, for those of you who may have some of those original models, worked great in the arena, but once again, you came back to us and said, well, but I've got a big property. Now that I can use this great tool on my tow behind or on my ATV, UTV, can it do anything else around the property? And as we continued to iterate, we provided a multi-function tool, which actually we're known for on the rest of our lineup of drags around here, a tool that can be used not only in the arena and is safe enough to keep your base safe and allow operators of any skill level to use it, but also something that's durable enough to be used in gravel driveways and food plots, thus making this a multi-function product for your property, for that ATV, UTV, and not relying on the tractor to get the work done. Now, around here, you know, we are all about your tractor attachments. If you've got the tractor for it, if you've got the tractor available, put your muscle where your horsepower is and use the tractor. But for those of you that you're restricted to, you're confined to that ATV, UTV, you now have a multifunctional product that can take care of you all across the property. So we've got this Arena Rascal Pro lineup. If you're interested in on specs and size it, check out the webpage. It's going to be in the description below. But the Arena Rascal Pro comes in sizes 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, and 7.5, with weights ranging from 300 up to 475 pounds, depending on what options you have on it, which means that bare minimum for the smallest unit, you'll need at least 400 cc and 18 horsepower, but for some of those big boy units, you'll go all the way up to 1000 cc and 30 horsepower. So that Arena Rascal Pro comes in a wide range, and we'll get into the options later on to give you all the muscle you need for all the different projects you've got going on your property. Now, I know saying America's favorite anything is a really bold claim, and I don't make that lightly. We're proud, we're thrilled that we've been able to invent something specifically for people with four-wheelers and UTVs. You, It's people who need something for their smaller tow vehicles. And because we came out with this 20 years ago, because there are patents on this Arena Rascal Pro, we know that we've sold more than anyone else on the market. And there's a lot of people making great products out there. Even the other day, I saw there's an Arena drag on Amazon for like $150. And some of you are scoffing at that because you just took a bed spring or a chain fence and threw a railroad tie on it to make it work. I get it. There are a lot of ways to take care of your Arena. And is this right for you? Is the Arena Rascal Pro the right thing for you or your application? And maybe. But to help you find out, we've got an entire team of in-house factory reps that are available to you all day, Monday through Friday. So give us a call. We're gonna ask you a lot of questions. We're gonna ask you how big your Arena is and what your footing is like and what you're trying to accomplish and how you're training and how many people are using this attachment. So be prepared for those questions because we wanna make sure that we're getting you the right product. So we look forward to your call, we look forward to working with you, and we look forward to helping you take great care of your Arena, great care of your horse, and great care of all the riders on your property. We'll see you next time.